name's Chelsea and I'm your new wellness coordinator for the Health Enhancement Program at Glencore. I'm going to be submitting some weekly workout videos. I'm a certified personal trainer and I'm hoping these videos will help you along with the Healthy Living Challenge this year. So today I'm going to teach you 6 new exercises and it's going to be geared towards beginners, and I'm going to give you some tips and tricks how to do these exercises properly. So our first exercise is going to be the bodyweight squat. The squat is going to work our lower body muscles. That's going to target our quadriceps, our hamstrings, and our glute muscles as well. The way this exercise is performed is you're going to be standing about hip width apart, maybe a little bit more. You can have your feet sticking outwards a little bit. What we're going to do is push the hips back and almost sit back like we're sitting in a chair. I recommend starting off with your hands in front of you to help with balance. So we're going to sit back in the chair and come back up. Squeeze the butt muscles at the top. I want you to make sure that core is engaged. So we're going to do that again. Squatting down and back up. One last thing I want you to remember is your knees. You don't want your knees buckling in. You want to open them on your way down. So we're going to squat down, open up the knees, and back up. One last thing I want you to keep in mind with the squats, especially if you have bad knees, is your knees falling over your toes when you squat. I have a lot of beginners starting like this. So what I really want you to focus on is pushing that butt back and making sure that your knees aren't falling over your toes. Next, we're going to work on something called a glute bridge. So this is really important for strengthening those core muscles as well as your butt muscles too. So what you're going to do is lie down on your back, and I want you to make sure that your heels are pretty close to your glutes. Next, what we're going to do is hands flat on the ground. We're going to be lifting our hips up and then squeezing our glute muscles at the top. So keeping that core nice and engaged, so slightly tightened. We're going to push up through the heels, give a little bit of a squeeze, and back down. Next, we're going to do an exercise called dead bug. So one thing I usually tell my clients is that before you start doing those crazy ab exercises where you're doing things all over the place, it's important to strengthen your core by squeezing and tightening. So this next exercise is going to strengthen our entire core. I want you to imagine a giant belt around your whole midsection here, back and front. Core isn't just your abs. So what we're going to do is lying down on our back once again, we're going to engage our core. So what we're going to do is I want you to imagine squeezing your belly button to your spine. So keeping that tightening, but at the same time, I can also breathe. And then bring your legs up at around a 90-degree angle with the knees and arms straight up. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to, keeping that tightening, slowly lower one leg to tap that heel down on the ground and bring it back. And same with the other one, alternating. And remember, we're doing 15 per side. So slowly tap that heel down and keep that tightening. For our next exercise, we're going to focus on upper body. So we're going to do something called incline push-ups. This is going to work our chest muscles, our shoulders, and the back of our arms, so our triceps as well. And just remember, let's make sure to activate that core a little bit, and we don't want to let our bellies hang out. So we're going to do incline push-ups because first of all, there's going to be less resistance, less gravity pulling you down. So it's going to be a lot easier than a full body push-up or even from your knees. So what we're going to do is you want to pick about 3 or 4 stairs at the top, hit palms down, and I want you to make sure you're on your toes, squeezing those abs. We want to make sure our shoulders are over our hands, and what we're going to do is we're going to slowly lower down and back up, and lower down and back up. Next, we're going to be doing step-ups. Step-ups are great for the lower body once again, and it's also going to work on your cardiorespiratory endurance as well. So things to remember for this exercise is you want to make sure you're pushing through the heel when you're stepping up and not through the toe where you're leaning forward. So it's really important that you keep that core nice and tightened because that's going to keep your upright posture and help you keep your balance as well. So what we're going to do is one leg at a time. We're going to go up, up, down, down. Same leg. Up, up, down, down. So the last exercise I'm going to teach today is the plank. So as I mentioned before, it's important to tighten that whole entire area, that large belt around your torso. Things to remember during this exercise is that you want your body to be as flat as a board, and you also want to keep your eyes looking slightly down. So I want from the crown of your head to your heels, a straight board. So when you're doing it, eyes looking slightly forward, up, I want you to be straight as a board and hold. Make sure you're squeezing those abs. If this is a bit too difficult for you, you can always drop to your knees, feet crossed, and hold your plank from here.